We actually have an on-stage testimony tonight. His name is Martin. And we want you to come on out, Martin, and share with us what God's done for you. Bless you. Martin, what's your last name?
Cantu.
Well, tell us about how our program interrupted your life.
It was pretty amazing. In 1993, I became the lead singer of a legendary Latin rock band by the name of Malo. And while on a tour in Denver, Colorado, after a concert, I went back to the promoter's mansion. And as I used to do many times, I found myself just abusing my body with whatever I can get my hands on. And this particular night, I was caught up smoking crack cocaine. And I abused my body to the point where I just passed out. The next morning when I woke up, I found myself on the promoter's couch. And when I regained my composure, I noticed there was a television screen sitting right at my reach, and I turned it on, and there's something that I've never seen in my life. I never knew that there was such thing as women preachers.
God will use anything.
But it was really awesome, though, because there was one thing that you said that got my attention. You said it just like this. Are you up to no good? I lie to you not. I started looking around. I thought there was cameras in the room. And then you started saying, do you have a wife at home that loves you? And I'm saying, yeah. You said, do you have kids at home that love you? I said, I'm thinking to myself, yes. Then you said one thing that got my attention. You said, do you just want to know that you have those kids, or do you want to be able to raise them? I knew what you were talking about because where I grew up in the San Francisco housing projects, 75% of my friends didn't have father figures in their life, including me.
Yeah.
So I knew what you were talking about. You went on to say that God had a mighty, magnificent plan for my life. You went on to say that I was at a crossroad. I was at a crossroad, and I needed to make a decision whether to continue down the path of destruction that I was on or to choose a life that was more abundant. To make a long story short, 15 minutes time I was on my hands and knees and you were leading me through the sinner's prayer.
Thank you, Lord.
I got up off the couch and I went to find the promoter and I said, you have to take me to the airport. I said, Joyce Meyer told me to go home. So I did. I went home and I told my wife, I said, she looked at me and she said, oh, you're back early, because I was on this tour. And I said, I'm back early. I said, I don't want to play that music anymore. I said, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I know that I'm not supposed to do that. And I knew it was a God thing because she never asked me why. She never asked me questions. She just said, whatever you decide, I'm 150% behind you. And I didn't want to go back to that, but I knew that I needed something more for my life. So I started looking through the yellow pages. And I found Full Gospel Fellowship, a little Pentecostal church in Hercules where I started attending. And I got baptized. My wife and I both got baptized. And when I attended their very first service, I walked into the church and I was listening to music that I've never heard before because I never knew that music could sound so contemporary. And when they did the altar call at the end, I went up and I got on my knees and the pastor put his hand on my shoulder, and as soon as he put his hand on my shoulder, I felt like somebody pulled the cork out of the bottom of my shoe and my whole spirit just got flushed and I got filled with a new spirit. And I started crying, and I looked at the pastor, and he's laughing at me, and I'm like, I don't deserve this. He said, son, nobody deserves it. Just receive it.
Yeah.
And I did. I did, and as clear it is on this stage right now, the Lord put it in my heart, and he said, the same stages that you toured around the world with Malo, you will now do for my glory.
That's good.
And Joyce, I'm here to tell you that one of the last stages that I played with Malo was right here on the Arco Arena.
That's awesome.
And I tell you, the Lord has just opened up the floodgates. He never took me out of the music. He just gave me a new song to sing.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Oh my goodness, He blessed me with my own ministry, L-Rey. We just been touring all over the country, blessing people left and right, and it's all product because of the day that you ushered in the Spirit and you introduced Jesus Christ to me.
Well, I'm glad I could be there for you that morning. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Come on, give God a hand.